Hey, you. Yeah, you. I need to tell you a secret. No, come here. Come here. Closer. 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 Okay, right there. Guess what? You don't have to pay full price for meat. I got this ground pork for $3.04. That's not per pound. That's for 1.5 pounds. The normal price for this ground pork is $3.56 a pound, and I got it for $2.03 a pound. So it's great to look for things like this. When you find them, get a bunch, put them in your freezer if you have space. That way, when you want to make meatballs, you have the meat in your freezer and you've paid way less to make them. We're gonna go ahead and mix up our meatballs. Got the ground pork, ground beef in here, and onion, grated onion, minced garlic, an egg. These are the seasonings or the spices. So there is salt, pepper, parsley, basil, oregano, and crushed red pepper flakes. And then there's half a cup of quick oats. So normally when you make meatballs, you make them with Parmesan cheese and breadcrumbs. These meatballs are completely dairy-free and gluten-free, as long as you use gluten-free certified oats. I personally think they are the best meatballs ever. So easy.
I've left a link in the description of this video if you want the full recipe. To form the meatballs, I was using a tablespoon. You could use a cookie scoop as well. The tablespoon was perfect. It made about 1.5-inch meatballs, possibly closer to 2 inches. It was just right because it helped me keep each meatball pretty much the same size. You might be wondering about this bowl of water that I have here that I kept putting my hands in. Every third or fourth meatball, I would put the water on my hands in order to prevent the meat from sticking while I rolled them. You can space the meatballs pretty close. This is an example of pretty tight spacing. I was able to fit 5 rows of 6 meatballs each and then an extra one on the end. Most of the time I have 6 rows of 4 each, so 24 on a baking sheet. It will just depend on the size of your baking sheet as well as the size of your meatballs. When you take the meatballs out of the oven, just let them cool off on the sheet pan, and then after about 10 minutes you can remove them. You can eat them right away in a meal, or you could put them in the fridge for 3 to 4 days or in the freezer for at least 3 months. Now I want to share with you 4 meals that we love to eat with our meatballs. The first meal is meatballs with rice and salad. You can do any kind of salad. You could even replace the salad with roasted veggies. But this meal is so incredibly simple, but so good. The next meal is kind of a throw whatever you've got in the fridge on a plate and call it a day kind of meal. You can refer to it as a deli plate or even charcuterie. Just take out any raw, pickled, or fermented veggies from your fridge and serve them with some hummus or salad dressing and your meatballs. If you have other sources of protein, that works too. In this case, we had some homemade chicken lunch meat. We also like to throw our meatballs into soup, especially veggie soups. This particular soup was an alphabet pasta soup, but when I went to buy the alphabet pasta, it wasn't in stock, so I had to buy some short pasta sticks instead. Of course, if you need gluten-free, you can use gluten-free pasta or just omit it altogether. And finally, the last meal is a delicious spaghetti and noodles. And in this case, I used spaghetti squash to keep it gluten-free. You could also use zucchini noodles. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you would like a more detailed and chatty version of this video, maybe just someone you can cook with virtually, you can find the link to that video in the description. Take care.